You knew before I did. The first time that you looked at me, you smiled like you already knew. We had only just begun to talk, but you saw something coming true. You said maybe one day we'll marry. I laughed and thought you'd lost your mind. How could you speak about forever when we had barely spent the time? I didn't know you could see, I didn't feel it quite as fast, but something in your eyes was telling me this moment might be built to last. You knew before I did. You loved me from the first hello. Before I saw the road ahead, your heart already seemed to know. You knew before I did. You called me someone special then. I thought your words were crazy, but I would hear those words again. You saw a life, you saw a home, you saw forever. From the first time our eyes met, maybe love at first sight is real. You knew before I did. I remember asking, are you serious? You said it softly without fear. You didn't need 100 promises, you only wanted me right here. And now I look across the room at the man who chose me from the start. What sounded like a foolish sentence was the truth inside your heart. I needed time to understand what you had known that very day. Some people search their whole lives long, but you just looked at me that way. You knew before I did. You loved me from the first hello. Before I saw the road ahead, your heart already seemed to know. You knew before I did. You called me someone special then. I thought your words were crazy, but I would hear those words again. You saw a life, you saw a home, you saw forever. From the first time our eyes met, maybe love at first sight is real. You knew before I did. Maybe you were brave, maybe you were foolish, maybe love had whispered in your ear. Maybe I was scared to call it something beautiful, but you were never unclear. You said one day we might get married, and somehow one day came. The words I laughed at in the beginning now carry both our names. You knew before I did. You loved me from the first hello. Before I gave my heart away, your heart already seemed to know. You knew before I did, and now I finally understand. Love at first sight was not a story, it was you reaching for my hand. You saw a life, you saw a home, you saw forever. From the first time our eyes met, maybe love at first sight is real, because you knew before I did. You said we might get married. I thought you were crazy then. Now I'm standing here beside you, and I would choose you all again.